Okay. I'm afraid of women. Lamau. So, let's see what we got going on.
And happy Halloween. This Halloween, I have decided to dress
Ha
up as the scariest possible thing to my audience.
Women.
A woman.
Rip.
As the OG YouTube pick-me, I have made many videos dunking on bad female behavior, ranging from terrible things like the creepy female teacher epidemic, to more silly things like women posting their L's in my Are Women Okay video. The video where I read embarrassing stories women willingly put on the internet about themselves. And that video has sort of become a fan favorite. So I've gotten many requests from you guys to do a male version of that video. But the issue I found is the male version just doesn't exist. No, I'm not joking. I looked everywhere for the male equivalent, but it turns out, unlike women, men don't like to post embarrassing stories about themselves. Women will be out here openly talking about the time they got a yeast infection from the homeless man behind a Denny's, but a man won't even post about the time he said "you too" when a waitress said, "enjoy your food." They take that shit to the grave. At least, that's what I thought.
Fair.
Until I visited a dark, forbidden corner of the internet. I used a VPN, I changed my IP address, I went incognito mode, and I visited reddit.com. And I found one of the funniest and most depressing communities I have ever come across in all my years doing this. It's true, folks. I may have found the one place on the internet where men are posting their L's. Lord knows it's hard to be a man today, you know, like I couldn't imagine. You're told to be nice, but not too nice, confident, but not too confident, 6 foot, 6 pack, 6 figures, have a perfect beard or a perfectly clean-shaven face. Oh yeah. That reminds me. Before we dive into this video, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, Henson Shaving. Most razors force people into these weird workarounds like, apply cooling aftershave to help with the burn. No, and for a long time there was nowhere for them to vent. Can't vent to your friends because that's gay, can't vent to your girlfriend because that's gay, can't vent to a therapist because that's gay. Everything is gay, except of course gay sex, which we all know is only gay if the balls touch. So what is a man to do? Where is a man to go? Reddit, of course. r/kitchen cell.
Only specific. Very specific. Men go to Reddit, right?
To be exact. Kitchen Cells is a Reddit page where, quote, incels go to vent their frustrations with the world, as well as show off
exactly
the food they are consuming at the moment. Now, for those of you who don't know what an incel is,
bro, that shit's gay,
incel is a involuntary celibate. Somebody who, for whatever reason, cannot get laid or get a girlfriend. And for the people watching this, a girlfriend is a girl that is your friend, who you love. Like that little anime girl you watch.
Absolutely fucking not. Don't want one. Don't need one. Stay away from me. Listen, kings. Okay? You don't need that distraction in your life. Right? You should start looking for a girlfriend when you're like 35. Right? Till then, focus on you, right? Get your mental right. Get a dog, right? Get the bag up. You know, get that debt clear. Bliss. Enjoy it. Go on some vacations, bro. Enjoy that shit. Right? Go to the gym, get fit. Right? You got to do all that shit. So once you get a girlfriend, it's over. It's over. She's going to come in and fuck up your life. So you got to get it while the getting's good.
Watch in the corner of your screen, except she loves you back. So
listen, to all the Karens that are about to go into comments after that, chill the fuck out, bro. It's a joke. Stop taking life so seriously.
Let's dive into this. Let's see what Reddit is cooking. Failed my f***ing drive.
Failed my driver's test today. I'm 26 years old. I can't hold a job. I can't get laid. I can't even drive. I don't deserve flavors. You don't deserve to live. Is that mean? I don't know if that's mean. But at some point, we're going to have to start auditing the population. And if this is true, then we really are going to have to set up number 2 pencil fucking manufacturing plants, aren't we? Like, that's going to have to be a thing. Like my plan was originally use criminals, right? But now I'm starting to think I need to expand it from criminals to incompetent individuals. Like, if you can't excel in at least what if you can't excel in at least 3 parts of your life, you're done. You're done. We're just going to take you out of society. You're not going to go to prison, but we are going to put you in a facility of which you're just kind of you're in a fucking brick padded room, prison style ish, and you know we'll give you a game console, like you can have some manga or something, fucking talk to the outside world from that area, but you can't leave, and you got to work 8 hours a day. Make it number 2 pencils. We're gonna have to expand it, aren't we? I think we are. I think we are. Let me know down in the comments. Do we have to expand my plan to put everybody in a manufacturing plant to make number 2 pencils?
Driver's test today. I'm 26 years old, I can't hold a job, I can't get laid, I can't even drive. I don't deserve flavors. I dropped my salad. I fail at everything I do. I'll never amount to anything. I'm a perverted incel freak with weirdly long toes. Classmates said I have school shooter vibes. Bowl of sludge. What?
What the fuck?
Am I looking at? Is this your classmate? Holy shit, maybe they were right. Resident Evil ass meal. I asked my high school biology teacher out on a date the day I turned 18 via her Steam.
I asked my high school biology teacher out on a date the day she turned 18 via her Steam account. She blocked me. Bruh. Hey, you know what? I give him respect for fucking trying to get the bag with the teacher, though. To be fair. If he would have succeeded, right? He probably punched way above his weight class, obviously, no normal adult is going to take you up on that. But you also miss 100% of the shots that you don't shoot. So
account. She blocked me. This guy somehow managed to find the one female teacher that did not want to groom their male.
Sometimes you just got to take the L, bro. You just got to take the L, man. You missed the shot. It's okay. It wasn't the buzzer beater. You're all right. You didn't lose the game. Right? Everybody lost the game together. Family.
Student. Incredible. Chicken looks good though. 7 out of 10. Asked a girl out and she started laughing. Oh, that's just a learning experience, dude. Got super hard.
Damn.
Rice. Oh.
Rip.
5'10", rice looks good. The only girlfriend I've had was on an online game when I was 11. I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this. That was a man. That was a 45-year-old man. Made this cake to celebrate 6 months off.
And his name was Chuck.
On heroin. No woman could love a creature like me, but this feels great anyways. I only haven't ended my life because I don't want to make any women happy. My obsession with an anime girl prevents me from talking to 3D women. Every night before going to sleep, I watch a video of her kissing the camera, and it is almost always the highlight of my day. May I know which one it is? Sue from Monster Musume. You know?
What the fuck? Oh my god. This show was fucking unhinged. I fucking watched this shit. I watched it, and it was one of the first, when I was going through my harem era, as all men do when they are full weebs at one point in their life before you grow up and become a man. Monster Musume is one of those shows that knows exactly the show it is. It doesn't try to upsell you on some fucking Vinland Saga level fucking storytelling, some fucking enwrap you in the world, Attack on Titan type shit, right? It knows exactly what it is. And it is very unapologetic about it, right? It's definitely one of those that is easy to sit down, watch. No, you don't have to turn your brain on for it and just vibe. And then you could be like, damn, what if, bro? What if?
What? After the last video I did,
Of course, it's the youngest looking one, too. That's so bad. Bro, raise your standards. If I were to go for any of them, dead ass. Quick tangent right now. Mm, Jesus. If I were to go for any of them right now, let's see if I can find a. It would be this girl, the spider girl. If I were to go for any of them, it'd be her. Why the fuck is this shit so blurry? I can do this shit again. Hold on. For the intellectuals. This one, Arachnia. I think that's her name. This is the one that I would choose. 100%. I know a lot of you basic bitches are gonna go for the fucking Lamia one here, and some of you are gonna go for the horse, and I question you. And if you go for these two, you should be shot. This one, sure, but your life is on the line. And there's a lot more girls that are in this show that aren't part of the main group, so you could choose one of them as well. Oh yeah, there's this Doulahan girl too right here. So yeah, but I would go for the Spider Girl. She's got the MILF mommy vibe, right? I get down with that shit. Oh, here we go. This is some of the other ones right here that are like in the show, but like, oop, that's not what I meant to do. But they're not like a major like part of the show. These ones here, they're part of like the goon squad, that keep people from gooning. These ones, the anti goon squad.
I can't even judge this. Like, at least it's human looking. The bar is in hell. I have a huge crush on a coworker. I was talking at her
Facts.
about fishing, and I jokingly said I could buy her one of those toy Barbie fishing rods and teach her how to catch a fish. She said, "I don't think I'd be interested in that," in the most disgusted tone of voice I've ever heard a human muster.
What?
I like how he said talking at her. Not with her, not talking with her, talking at her. Women love when you talk at them. Just corner them and start yapping about World War I or like Warhammer lore. They f***ing love that shit. Just get right up in their face and explain to them the entire plot of Lord of the Rings.
True. You know what's crazy? I was actually talking about this today with my dog sitter. And so in high school, I wanted nothing more than to be the ladies' man, right? And I was about as far removed from that as you could possibly be, right? Now, there was a time where I did become the ladies' man, and that was the most drama-filled fucking time of my life, and I will never go back to that because Jesus. Hell no. I was stressed the fuck out. It's too much. So I went from high school to being popular with no one, but wanting to be, to now, as an adult, after having, my time as a horny fucking trade in college graduate, right? And attendee to now as an adult where I've somehow come full circle and now I get female attention involuntarily all day. All day. And I literally, and this is not me trying to brag, but this is also me venting a little bit. Bro, I listen. I'm at the point in my life where I want no extra attention on me whatsoever. None. Here's the reason that I'm probably going to be single for the rest of my life. 1, I'm selfish. 2, I live a very disciplined and scheduled life. I do not, and I've said this before in a previous video, I do not change anything about my life. I do the same thing every day, consistently, all the time. I don't change nothing. And it's not like that I don't go out and do things, right? Because I'll go out with the boys, we'll go drink at the bar, we'll do some darts and shit and have a good time. Or I'll go or I'll go fucking plan a vacation, right? Fucking 2023, I was in fucking Hawaii. I went to Hawaii for 2 weeks. That shit was fucking awesome. I fucking had a great time, right? And next year I'm going to Texas for 5 days. So, um it's not like I don't go and do things, right? I enjoy my life, but I'm not trying to add an element to my life that takes away or changes that schedule in a way that I disagree with, right? And it's a very selfish thing to expect somebody who is coming into your life to conform to your schedule alone. That's why I'm going to be single. That's why. It's 100% selfish and it's 100% simply just the way that I'm wired, right? It's the way that I'm wired. It's the way that I'm going to be pretty much my whole life, right? That doesn't mean I won't have my fun here and there, probably, right? As we do, but I don't foresee anyone being able to come into my life and simply just adapt to the way that I live without wanting to change it to fit them a bit more, right? It's just not possible. It's just not possible. Like relationships are give and take, right? And I am not willing to give shit. um, but so it goes. I've accepted it. I'm cool with it. And it's the way you got to be. You either get set in your ways and you understand that this is who you are and you're disciplined about it and you understand like this is not how the world works and you can accept that or you lash out. You lash out on the internet and the world and you think that society should conform around you. At the end of the day, society's going to be society, man. People are going to be their own individuals all the fucking time. You can't expect them to conform to your worldview, to the way that you live your life, right? That's just not. It's not fair to anybody. Which is why I would never bring somebody into that situation. Now, if they want to try to jump into that situation, that's up to you. That's up to you. But I would never. I'm never going to actively pursue somebody. I will never pursue somebody to try to come into my life in my routine because it's just not fair. It's just not. But if they want to try, I'm not I'm not the type of person to just say no, I want nothing to do with you, right? If there's somebody who genuinely wants to give it a fair shake, and maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. No hard feelings, regardless. So, it's just life. It's all about maturity, man. It's all about maturity. It's all about discipline. Um, but at the end of the day, I know where I am. I know where I'm going, right? and my mind is focused on that. I have no focus on anything else aside from that.
That's how you get him. My mom's new boyfriend is younger than me. Oh no, his mom is being hag-maxed. She's
Oof.
52, I'm 23. He's 21. He could literally be my brother. What the f do they even talk about? Oh, don't worry about it, bro. They're not doing much talking. I wish a tomboy could just casually kidnap me and drag me into a room.
I wish tomboy...
Pasta cereal. I feel like tomboys are like
What
an
the
endangered
fuck?
species. What the f is that? Forget tomboys. You need to be kidnapped by the
That's what I thought.
feds. You need to be exiled away from society for what you did to that pasta.
This is what I'm saying, dude. This is why I think I need to expand production of number 2 pencils.
My ancestors are weeping.
This
The last
is why.
time I met anyone was when I went to the psych ward a few years ago, where I got a crush on the first girl who ever showed me any interest. She ghosted me. Just my stupid Chungus life. Okay, honestly, good. Do not get with the f***ing girl you met at the psych ward, okay? None of this
Yeah, there couldn't be a bigger red flag. What the holy fuck?
Harley Quinn Joker bullshit. You can't fix her.
True.
She can't fix you. No, no, no. Next. Today I found out the woman I have been pursuing is a lesbian. Burger meat hot dogs for me and my
You Dookie dogs, bro?
father, who hates me. Okay, 1, that is doo-doo. That is from a butt. And 2, it is not over. It's not over. There's still one way you can date her. Put this on. I don't deserve love. Segregated Tic Tac.
True. The year 2025, you can identify as a woman so you can date a lesbian. True. We found the loophole, boys. Buy the wigs. Buy all the wigs.
I have an eating disorder. Gay. So I almost never actually cook. I'm eating plain strawberry yogurt out of a dog bowl this morning. F*** my lonely puppy life. Yesterday my scrambled eggs were oversalted. This morning they were undersalted. I have to kill myself. Wait, if the eggs are undersalted, can't you just put more salt on them? Wait, don't.
No. To be fair, I get it. It's not the same. It's not the same, right? Because like, you have to like salt them the right way as you cook them. That way, the salt mixes in with the eggs before they get to like the floofy, like harder stage, the more solid state, because it doesn't evenly distribute the salt. I understand where he's coming from on this. But the whole kill yourself thing, it's not that serious. Relax. All right? I have a place that you can go. Sorry.
Yourself. Just add more salt! Off to a VTuber burping compilation, and now I'm having the only meal I know how to make. Where the f did it all go wrong? That is disgusting, bro. Which VTuber?
What?
Which one? Which one so I know to avoid that channel? A female coworker complimented me on my shirt, and I began to stutter trying to say thanks. This guy will remember that for the rest of his f***ing life. Men will be 85 years old on their deathbed, surrounded by their family, remembering the time some random woman complimented his Metallica shirt 45 years ago. Ladies, you want to make a random man's life? Compliment his shirt. Just make sure it's not one of those like Ahiago anime shirts, though.
Hey, hold up. I remember when those first came out. Those are like when the MAGA hats first came out, dude. These Ahiago shirts, bro. If you saw somebody, I remember. Oh man, I remember in high school, dude. In high school is when this shit first dropped. And we had a friend. And his name was Blake. Blake, he was a bit of a class clown, delinquent, if you will. And he wanted to get back at the teacher because the teacher took his phone away. So he bought 7 of these fucking hoodies. And every day, and he got the ones with the most graphic. He even got one that was like, he got it off of like a third party site, and it was like all colored in, super super fucking graphic, and he wore it to school every fucking day for a week, and the teacher had to keep taking it. And it was so fucking funny to see how frustrated the teacher was by the end of the fucking week with him coming in with these goddamn fucking rated R shirts. Oh man, he single-handedly got explicit shirts, anime-related shirts banned from our school. Because none of the teachers, like nobody knew what the fuck hentai was. Nobody. Like this is a very still niche thing at the time, right? But like they're also like they're adults. Like they knew exactly what this was depicting. Like they could come to that conclusion. Like they didn't need to do the research, right? So yeah, that was so good. It was so good. What a time.
That was a weird era. I licked this canned tuna to imagine what it feels like to eat pussy. It doesn't taste like that or have that texture though. Put 5 pennies in your mouth, cut a hot dog down the middle, and then lick that. Probably closer. And here I am thinking the guy who licks a can of tuna pretending it was a pussy was rock bottom. What the f am I reading? Why can't you just buy a Fleshlight or something like a normal person? The smell and the flavor are important factors here.
What the fuck?
Stop. If it smells and tastes like tuna, something is wrong. She has an infection. Suppose a girl has blocked you on every platform, but you know her address. For the past year, you've been sending her one GIF each.
I'm already stopping, bro. I'm already stopping. What are we doing? What is this?
Month, each one bigger than the last. Sometimes you include a note. She's never responded, but you know she's receiving them. How would you proceed? You don't.
Yeah.
You don't proceed.
Exactly.
None of these people at this party know I beat it to Giantess Vor animations. Maybe. But now the whole internet does. I love the people in the comments
crazy.
like, my man. It is just actually insane.
What the fuck?
These people walk amongst us. Like, the guy in front of you in line.
Well, to be fair, it is easy to spot this type of individual. It really is. Now, you may not like it, but it is very easy to spot this individual. I'm just saying. They fit a certain profile.
The bank might.
And if you want to know what kind of profile that is, just watch any Asmongold video for like the past 6 months.
Have a being eaten alive fetish. Who knows? An acquaintance I have is talking with his girlfriend and 4 of her friends 40 feet away from me. He said, statistically, 1 of the 10 guys in this room is a racist. They all looked at me. Funfetti pizza. I was talking to a girl who thought I was Latino. When I told her I'm Indian, she almost gagged. Woke up this Sunday morning. I'm still 5'9". Okay, 5'9" is not f***ing short.
What the fuck? 5'9"? Isn't that average? I'm fucking short. So, if they're 5'9", hold on. What is the average? I don't know where this person is. I'm just going to assume they're in the US. What is the average height for US male? 5'9". 5'9". He's literally average. I'm 5 foot fucking 6.5. What the fuck is he on about? Short. You ain't fucking short, bitch.
What the hell have the dating apps done to men? Women on dating apps have just like destroyed the male psyche. Like dudes now believe if you're not 6'3", it's f***ing over.
That's a large generalization. Like, it's really not that serious. It's really not. But I suppose if you're on Reddit, then of course it's serious.
Didn't they just implement like a height filter on like Bumble or one of those apps or something? That is That is insane. Could you imagine they did a weight filter? Could you imagine no women under 170 pounds? Could you fucking imagine? They would never.
Should we do that for video? You know how like Facebook has like Facebook dating? Let me know in the comments. Should we do a Facebook dating video where we just like look at like girls' profiles and we just swipe left or swipe right based on the same things that they would do for men? I think that would be a fun, like, interesting video.
They would never. Paid for nudes for the first time. They weren't great nudes, but I kept paying because she talked to me. Spinning Glizzy. She talked to you, huh? Are you sure about that? Are you sure you were talking to Cutie Pie Kit?
Human interaction. Take my wallet.
69 and not f***ing Kamal from Pakistan? Because
True.
Apparently, that's the thing. Apparently only...
I saw this fucking thing where it was like a very advanced like AI like mirroring thing where it was a guy on the camera, but what was being projected through was an AI woman. And it literally took him and it morphed him into a girl. And it was like real time, like a VTuber. Like a VTuber. It was insane. It was nuts. I was like, man, at some point, men are all going to be gay. We're all just going to be 100% gay. That's insane. That's nuts to think about. Right? There just won't be women left. Because behind every woman is going to be a man. Because like eventually, like we're going to have robots and shit. Like I honestly think that women are on their way out of society. Call it a hot take. This is my like century, millennia down the road theory. I think women are going to die out. Dead ass. I think they're on their last hurrah right now. Because I think that what's going to happen is that men are going to become so insanely lonely and insufferable that they are going to create autonomous beings, AIs, right? Androids that had the capacity to carry children. And that's going to be the end of women. Well, I don't know if it'll be the exact end, but it'll be the start, right? And I do think like all the women that you'll see are either going to be AI androids that are simply doing the job that you used to do, right? Or they're going to be men portraying as a real woman, right? Capitalizing on the market, I think that's what it's going to be. Dead ass. I think women are going to die out because men are just going to create the apparatus they need to continue to make more men. I think that's what's going to happen. Now, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Like, it probably got a millennia left, How long is a millennia? I actually don't even know. Is that what I think it is? Or am I thinking, or was I right earlier? Hold on. 100 years is it called a century or is it millennium? Oh, it's not a millennium. Okay, so hold on. So decade is 10 years. So century. Century is 100 years. All right. Yeah. All right. My brain melted out my frickin' ears, dude. 100 years is a century. I don't know why I could not reach that conclusion, but that's a thing.
OnlyFans girls hire agencies in like India and Pakistan to like talk to their simps for them. I masturbate to girls until I am tired of them, so I won't have to approach them and then get rejected. Is this why the birth rate is so low? I was under the impression
bros hate jerking. What the hell, brother?
And it was because the economy and because gender
It's supposed to be stress relieving, bro. It's just adding stress.
relations are so terrible in this country, and like women want a career and they're on
That's
birth control, blah blah
crazy,
blah blah.
brother.
But I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe there's just millions of this guy, or maybe this is just Reddit. I can only get off to femboy hentai now. Corn on the cob.
Definitely just read it.
No salt, no butter, no nothing. This is the closest I can get to the feeling of eating out a girl's vagina. Oh, that's not. You know what? Maybe it is. I don't know. My cat was sitting on my lap and I had to make him move because I started to get hard when I saw a gif of Candace Owens. I was watching a not
What
safe for
the
work video
fuck?
with that one French girl and coomed just when the camera randomly zoomed in 4K HD on a guy's face, so I did a load to a guy. Felt a little bit cucked and gay and cried a little bit. You could have looked away. But
True. Could have looked away, could have closed your eyes, but you were curious. You're gay.
you didn't. Did you? My body is permanently deformed and crippled by decades of compulsive, joyless masturbation. Everyone who sees me can tell instantly. Saw a female's body in the cheese and had to jerk off before finishing the plate. Microwaved cheese lasagna. Okay, so I'm just gonna pretend I didn't read the first part. What the f is that? That is not lasagna.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
That is an abomination. Jerked off to a VTuber crying compilation and the hardest I've ever in my life. I used to be a track star in high school and both my parents always loved me. How did I fall so far? It's actually so crazy how, like, you can do everything right as a parent. You can just be, like, a great, responsible parent and raise your kid right. And then one day on your son's, like, 13th birthday, you gift him his own computer. And then in a few years, he's masturbating to anime girls crying and posting about it on Reddit. Tofu broke apart just like my life. Yesterday, for the first time in my life, I looked for and watched cuck porn on purpose, then cried. I have a micropenis. All porn is cuck porn. You're sitting in a chair watching two people fuck. You might as well be sitting in a chair in the corner of a hotel room watching two people fuck on a bed. What's the difference?
You pretty much can nowadays with like how far like VR is gone and stuff like that. Like that shit's crazy. That was like literally like when VR first got like the most basic functionality of viewing a video player while having the headset on. The first thing most guys did was look up porn, let's be honest, right?
Porn is basically virtual cucking. Tried to jack off today, but all the porn was so bad I just turned my phone off and cried myself to sleep. Okay, the reason why you think the porn is boring is because you are so completely desensitized from seeing it all the time. Like 40 years ago, dudes were jerking it to like the Sears catalog underwear ads. And now the most insane, depraved shit you could ever fucking imagine is only like a few clicks away. Like, I just don't think humans were meant to live that way.
Bro, I remember looking at porn on my grandpa's computer, bro. And if y'all don't remember, there was a company called Gateway. And if you had a Gateway computer, you were doing pretty good. But in order to run a Gateway computer, it took up the phone lines in your house because the internet infrastructure was abysmal back then. Horrendous. Tragic. So I remember one day that I was on the computer and I was looking up porn for the first time. For the first time. Real young. Real young. It's like fucking 6 years old, right? I was like, well, was that 6? I actually think I was like between like 6 and 8 years old. One of those times was like the first time I was looking at porn, right? And this was when there was like no antivirus stuff. There was like no way to like stop pop-ups from happening. So you just had to have like really good click speed to get the fuck out of that shit before you got caught. And sure enough, my dad comes to pick me up and he starts walking in towards me. I hear the door, right? I had the volume insanely fucking low on them cheap ass fucking desktop speakers. And I hear him coming because like my grandpa, like he's fucking sleeping. He's napping. Like he is, you know, afternoon nap. And I hear my dad coming and I'm like, quickly, like trying to fucking close everything out. And I barely got it all closed out in time before my dad came. Because, like, if you weren't careful and you went to the wrong site and you think you closed everything out, it was actually still opening up more shit. And it would open up more shit after you thought you closed out the main site. So you had to be careful. Like, you had to be fucking like, if I was playing shooters back then, oof, 50 kills. 50 kills easy, no problem. I fucking went in on closing out them fucking tabs. Or the windows, sorry. Fucking what the fuck, man? That shit was crazy back then.
Like, I don't think humans were meant to see sissy hypno inflation compilations every second of the day, you know? Whenever I masturbate, I leave my cum sitting in my underwear. We can smell it, by the way. We can smell the cum. Women especially can tell if you have recently masturbated. You ladies know what I'm talking about. Like, you go up to a guy and, like, you can just tell. Like, you can smell it. If you're a guy and you're like,
wait, what? Is that a thing? There's no way that's a thing. Is that a thing? Can this is gonna ruin my search history. Can women smell when when a man masturbated recently? Can women smell when a man masturbated recently? Viral hoax. The claim that women can smell when a man masturbated recently is a viral hoax. It has been debunked by multiple sources, including Reddit. No. So it's real? If its only debunking source was Reddit, then that means it's real. That means it's real. You mean to tell me we're going to have to watch when we jerk now? Hold on. We're double, first time ever, double fact checking. We're using Grok. I'm ruining my Grok history too. Can women smell when a man has masturbated recently? This fucking video has gone such a crazy direction. I spelled masturbated wrong? Oh. Rot then, governor. It's real? Yes, some women and people in general can detect the scent of a recent male masturbation, though it's not universal and depends on several factors. Here's a breakdown based on biology and anecdotal evidence. The science of the smell. Semen's odor. Fresh semen has a distinctive bleach-like or chlorine smell due to the alkaline pH levels. Compounds like spermine and spermidine that oxidize in air. This scent becomes more noticeable 10 to 30 minutes after ejaculation as it dries and interacts with skin bacteria. Hey, this is a message to all men. 45-minute windows. 45 minutes. You have to pre-jack your jacks, okay? Pre-jack your jacks 45 minutes before attending anything. What the fuck? Before you leave your home, 45 minutes beforehand, you're safe. 30 minutes or less, you're fucked. Sensitivity varies. Human olfactory detection thresholds differ widely. About 20 to 30% of people are highly sensitive to semen-related odors. Oh my God. Women may notice more if they're ovulating. The man hasn't showered or changed clothes / underwear. It's an enclosed space like a bedroom. Oh my God. Real world detection. Distance matters. Up close hugging, kissing during intimacy, the smell on skin, breath, or clothing can be obvious sensitive noses. From across the room, unlikely. Okay, so social distancing, you're okay. Can it be masked? Showering soap eliminates 99% of the time. All right, so boys, right before you shower, bingo, done. Ain't gotta worry about it. On fabric, sheets, clothes lingers longer until washed. All right, you accidentally, you're not paying attention, gets away from you a little bit, wash that shit immediately. Breath. What? Breath from oral contact fades in an hour. I'm fucking sorry? Bottom line, yes, some women can smell if conditions align, but it's not a superpower, more like noticing cologne or BO. If you're worried, hygiene solves it. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy that it's common enough to be considered along the lines of BO and cologne. That's nuts. The more you know. I learned something new today.
You're like, wait, is she joking? Is she being serious? Don't worry about it. Last night I jerked off in my steamer.
I worried about it. I did it for the boys. Now the boys know. Y'all know. 45 minutes, social distancing, good hygiene, you're clear. Do as much as you want. That's the rules.
Of a load landed on my Xbox and fell into the ventilation of the console, and it turned me on so much I sprayed the console with 9 sprays of my mom's perfume and masturbated to the stench, and now it won't start. Breakfast to start the day. Why?
Absolutely cursed paragraph, but the breakfast looks fire. Right? You got the Nutella, bro. He's got the bacon. Right? He's got the spread. The French toast. Yes. But what the fuck is this shit up here?
Masturbated to the stench, and now it won't start. Breakfast to start the day. Why? Why? I've had this crush for 3 years, and I want to screenshot and print some of her photos on Instagram to pee on them, but I can't even afford a printer, so I just wrote her name on a piece of paper and drowned it in my piss. I'm just a stupid pee cell. Why? I hate—
What the fuck?
How the one time she wants to pop a tea for the gram is when she's breastfeeding. Got me using AI just to remove her baby from the pic. Save the earth and post them teas uncensored. Plump and full of milk. This video is
Bro, is this why OpenAI got shut down? Too many people removing the baby so they can get a clear tit shot.
Turning me into a fucking misandrist. This video is turning me into a femcel. I can't do this anymore. I'm dyeing my hair blue, I'm getting a nose ring, I'm growing out my armpit hair. The girl I like was wearing flip-flops and gym shorts at uni yesterday, sitting on the floor with her legs open. I went home and jerked off 6 times in a row thinking about her feet and her butt. Woke up today, went to pee, and noticed that a chunk of skin on the back of my is coming off. That's it! Men need to be born into prison and then earn their way out. There's probably something terribly wrong with my colon. I've been told to seek medical advice ASAP for several months, but it will probably figure itself out one way or another. Well, you should probably go to the doctor if you don't want something bad. I wish older women would pee on me. Oh. God, the men you have sent to protect us are on Reddit fantasizing about getting Stan. Discovered cartoon pornography at the age of 8, and life sucks since then. My mom caught me dry humping my torn mattress to some AI porn and hasn't looked at me in the eyes since.
I wouldn't either. What the fuck?
I haven't even touched a girl intimately yet, and I've lived half my life. I'm 39. Okay.
Half? Bro, if you're in that sorry of a state eating that, you're not living much longer, buddy.
First of all, bro is fart maxing. Second of all, men, you really gotta stop the porn. You gotta stop it, or like just way less of it. It's not good for you. Listen, I used to be super pro porn a few years ago. Not anymore. It's gotten so bad, especially after COVID. I feel like it got so much worse. I feel like porn addiction just kind of exploded in the past few years. In women too.
I think that's actually a fair shake. I think COVID really put people in a position where they were much lonelier, and they realized how unhappy they were when they couldn't separate themselves from their partner. Because I think a lot of people, like, divorces skyrocketed when the COVID shit was going on, because you had to actually live with the person that you essentially ignored the bad parts of, because you had work, you had other obligations outside of work that would separate you two, and you only were around each other for so long. But then when COVID came along and you were around them a majority of the time, you realized that you made a fucking mistake, right? And I think that happened for a lot of people.
As we have previously discussed. Like, sure, everything is fine in moderation, blah, 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 but I feel like there's just, like, no moderation anymore. I feel like fucking everyone is just a gooner. And it's making everybody depressed. We're just, like, a society running on, like, perpetual post-nut depression. Afraid to talk to women at work in case they allegation max. Just friendliness max and LARP as a normal creepiness minimizer. I asked a girl out at work and she reported me to HR. I think I'm gonna lose my job. See, this is sad. Like, back in the day, it was totally acceptable.
You don't do that at work, bro. You never do that at work. You can figure out, if you're smart enough, you can figure out if they're interested at work. But you should look to get to the point to where you can talk to them outside of work, right? So that would be like, I mean, if you guys are, I guess it really depends, right? If you live in a city, the easiest way to do that, because like the likelihood of you seeing them outside of work is very small. So the likelihood to increase said likelihood of being able to meet up with that person, you would essentially try to catch their interest in a casual way, like adding them on Snapchat, fucking Instagram, or fucking, I mean, even nowadays, I mean, you can go fucking TikTok, or like if you're both fucking boomer ass motherfuckers, you could go to Facebook. X even, like you could fucking place that you can DM them outside of work and invite them out for a fucking drink. Talk about fucking deep shit, right? None of this fucking, oh, the weather's pretty nice today. Because like that's always the introduction, right? The introduction is what matters, right? You give them the introduction to open up the conversation, and then you transition that to deeper topics because you're actually trying to actively learn about the person. But then again, I don't know, I could give everybody advice till I'm blue in the face, but y'all are gonna struggle. Just because you guys never leave your goddamn basements. So
to flirt with your coworker, ask her on a date, whatever. Like, so many people's parents met because they worked together, because they were coworkers, and they flirted and they hung out and stuff. And now it's like not socially acceptable at all to do that. HR culture has ruined the relationship between men and women.
Was it a popular thing to date a coworker? I don't know. I don't know if it was. I'm trying to think back to like everybody in my family. Because I don't have like the biggest family, but I have a good sized family. And there are some examples of them meeting in a work setting, but they weren't co-workers, right? It was one of those things like my family used to have a breakfast shop, and one of my uncles met his wife because she came in to eat at the breakfast shop one day, and they just kind of hit it off, and they from there on they just built that relationship, right? And others have, like my cousins and stuff like that, they've met their significant other through traveling, some through college, but never in a coworker like setting. I think a lot of times, like especially if you're in an immature part of your life, both for them and for you, that often leads to drama. It leads to a bunch of bullshit that you don't want to deal with, and more often than not, you or them changing jobs to get away from said drama because it's just, people don't know how to disconnect work life and personal life ever. And I think that's a big problem when it comes to coworker or people who maybe they weren't coworkers at first, but they became coworkers, and you think it's a good idea at first, and then you start butting heads on shit, and then it causes fights, and it's a big drama bullshit thing.
In the workplace. HR, go talk to your crush. I got called into HR because apparently it's not okay to jokingly ask my coworker if I can gargle her period. Oh, what the Okay, never mind.
What the
Never mind. Don't do that. Don't do that. No more talking to women at work. No more talking to women at work. No more talking to women in general. Total ban on talking to women until we figure out what the hell is going on.
Why did you ever think that was a good idea? That's so cursed. Why would you ever think that's a good idea? Even as a joke, that was never a good idea. That's like one of the most poor taste jokes I've ever heard. What the fuck?
Downloaded Tinder and got 2 matches in 5 days. Fuck my stupid, ugly life. Okay, from what I know from like...
2 matches in 5 days? For sure, one of them is from India. Second one, it's a cam girl from China. It is a girl, but like she wants you to like send her roses, and then like after that it escalates, and then you like send her like a bouquet, and then after that like you send her fucking chocolates and a little bit of money, and then you're fucking paying for her goddamn life. Like that's usually how those things go. Like any of that chat shit. If you ever get an invite to talk to somebody on like Telegram and shit, nah. Don't do it. Don't do it, Kings. Don't do it.
Men who use the apps that I've talked to.
I'm telling you. I got close friends who have tried to turn to media apps as a way out. And bro, don't do it to yourself. Just don't.
That's actually really good. Oh my god, they're all so f***ing mad at him in the replies. You get a f***ing match in less than a week and you complain? Stop humble bragging. I've gotten 0 matches in 3 months. 2 matches in 5 days? Why are you even here? My culture is not your costume. Fake cell. Go outside and get your life together. A true cell gets 0 matches. That's 2 people. How many do you need to be satisfied?
Bro, I like how they're all like... I like how they're all united when it comes to bullying one person who is trying to fit in with the community.
Mods, take his balls away. 2 matches? Head on over to Kitchen Chads. Oh god, what is Kitchen Chads? Hold on. Kitchen Chads. It's real. Oh my god. I love cooking for my girlfriend with the money I make from my job. Made some ratatouille because I like the movie. Might go for a run later. I have had sex before. This is like the Krusty Krab across the street from the chum bucket. This is evil. This is diabolical. Okay, let's go back to kitchen cells. We're done here. I haven't felt the touch of a woman in months.
Bro, what is this omelet?
Okay, let's go back to kitchen cells. We're done here. I haven't felt.
What is this? I see several mistakes going on here. Wait a minute. I think this person's a fake cell. No. This is a fake cell. The reason why I call this out is because, like, the two Xbox controllers, you could pass off as the boys, right? You got to have an extra controller so you could play fucking co-op, fucking split screen with the boys. But you don't own a Wii. You don't own a Wii in 2025? Unironically. The only people who play a Wii in 2025 are girls. That's it. Because they like the me fucking bullshit that the fucking Wii had, right? The olders like Smash Bros and shit, right? And there was guys that like that shit too, right? To a point. But especially like these fucking crazy like blue controllers or remotes, sorry. Nah. Definitely a woman living in this house. See how clean this shit is? A woman. Woman lives here. 100%. 2 packs of Camel Reds? You don't need 2 packs of Camel Reds. You're splitting those with somebody else. You fake cell piece of shit. They're calling you out for being a fake cell. Liar.
Felt the touch of a woman in months. Months? Fake cell. Try 25 years.
Dang!
Ooh, fake cell.
I was right?
Fake cell spotted. Went to the drugstore and the girl cashier was nice to me. Started stuttering, so she kinda giggled at me, so I left immediately. Felt so humiliated I couldn't stop myself to get home and masturbate to the idea of her suffering. Masturbating to the idea of her suffering.
What the hell?
Incredible. This is some classic incel. I like how there's just like a bunch of people in the comments like, dude, what the fuck? Bro, get some.
I mean, to be fair, one of the most popular porn categories is hardcore, which is literally women suffering to the most non-banned way possible. Like any more suffering in those videos, instantly banned. Like they're on the line in a lot of those, especially like because like obviously I'm not going to pretend to be on some like moral fucking pedestal, right? I've spent my time on the sites, bro. Don't really need to anymore. At the time, your boy had to fill the void somehow, like everybody else, right? And I figured out that the more that, well, the more budget a site had, the more family friendly, quote unquote, the content was. And I mean that in both ways. I mean that as in like the content is not as brutal to watch, and at the same time there's a lot of family oriented content. I'm talking about the hub. You know what hub I'm talking about, right? That place is the budget, right? It's the YouTube of prawn, right? And then you have the not as popular sites where they get away with a lot of not as popular themes. Now, I'm not alleging that there is illegal shit on these sites because there isn't, as far as I know. But you can find a bit more hardcore on these sites. Just saying. All completely legal, consensual. But more hardcore than hardcore, which is insane. insane that that's even possible. But it is.
Help. Fake cells when a real incel pulls up. A girl I know has recently added me to her close friend stories. Well, today she posted a poll asking what color she should paint her toenails, and apparently my answer was, quote, too specific. I'm no longer in her close friends list. I once walked up to—
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I can 100% see why that would creep somebody out. Also, what the fuck am I looking at? What is this? Food-wise. The fuck?
To a woman I went to school with since middle school at a bar. Before I could even finish saying hello and asking how she was,
strawberry almond Danish? Ugh.
A guy put himself between us and asked her if she knew me. She said no. I'm pretty sure they're married now. 22, no driver's license, no post-high school education.
Bro, caca.
Never had a job, never kissed a woman, and have horrible social anxiety. Flying bundle of bananas for dinner. I'm Albanian. F you. I'm half Jewish, half Indian. It was over at birth. You didn't have to tell us the half Jewish part. We could tell by the circumcised avocado. 5'3". Finally got the confidence to walk up to a girl at a bar, and she bent down and asked me where my parents are. Oh no. Judging by what we—
No. It is kind of funny, like, occasionally, like, listen, I'm 5'6.5". I'm not a tall person, right? I am considered short. I'm below average. But there are still guys out there who are even shorter than me that I know have a rough. I know they have it rough because they don't get taken seriously at all, right? I'm still tall enough that I can fucking reach the 6'6" guy's fucking face if I needed to, right? But somebody even shorter than me, if you're the 5 foot, if you're the 5-footer out there, hey, best thing you can do for yourself, learn martial arts, man. You're gonna have to learn how to chop down that tree, brother. That's the only chance that you can get. Self-confidence is the only chance that you have. So you need to put all your eggs into that basket. Otherwise, you're not getting shit your whole life. Nothing, right? Because I'm 5'6" with reach. You're 5 foot with arms that are as long as this remote. That's you. So, hey, go do some martial arts. Get your confidence up, King. That's all you can do.
Have seen around this subreddit, some guys would be totally into that. Some men are drowning, while others die of thirst. I should clean my bathroom, but without the drain flies, I have nobody left to keep me company. Asmongold, is that you? You don't just have your drain flies. Look, you have a little ant friend too. See? It's not all bad. Made peach cobbler. I have a date tomorrow. Maybe my femcel gay life is over. A woman going on to a incel subreddit talking about how she has a date tomorrow. This is just evil. This is just like eating a 5-course meal in front of a starving African child. What are you doing, bitch? I'm a femcel loser who can't talk to people and spends all her time playing games. Guy I had a crush on from high school told me he wasn't who can't talk to
frozen pizza because I don't care to cook a decent meal for myself. Huh?
People and spends all her time playing games. Guy I had a crush on from high school told me he wasn't interested in a relationship, but I think he's lying and didn't want to tell me he's not interested because I'm fat, chopped, and broke. F my fucking loser virgin life. I'm about to turn 25 and I'm still a virgin. I feel like it's too late now. Everyone knows more about intimacy than I ever could, and no one will ever want an unattractive, inexperienced femcel. I'm just a lonely virgin femcel.
Oh my god. Damn.
Incel gamer. Bro, why are there women in this incel community? They're like f***ing locusts. They come in, they gentrify everything. Sports, politics, board games, video games. Now the incel community, the hating women club is being invaded by women. Is nothing sacred? There's no such thing as a female incel, okay? There's no such thing as a heterosexual female incel. Dating and finding a—
Well, I hate to say it, but I know a few. Yep. Not personally, but as an acquaintance, I know them. And they are, by definition, a femcel. It's bad. And they're going to be that way. They are not changing. Damn.
A relationship, different. But any man
But
will
it do
you.
be like
It
that.
doesn't matter how fat, how socially awkward, how ugly. Men couches. Men rotisserie chickens.
That I do agree with. I do agree with the fact that they could probably find somebody. But it'd take a lot of doing.
You can find a man who will you. All female incels are volcels. That is my hot take. I know I'm a fake cell, but I truly wish I was a true cell.
Fair take.
The only woman who truly loved me for who I am is gone from this world, and I'm the only one to blame. I wish I was a true cell so I didn't know what true love felt like. Sometimes when I cook, I like to imagine I'm cooking for a loving partner who's excited for me to join them at the table, but then I turn around and nobody's there and a little part of me dies inside. Every night I go to sleep thinking about kissing a girl just once. Another man's child has the eyes of the woman I love. She's better off without me, and soon enough she'll forget the color of my eyes and the way we laughed together, while I'll be trapped in those memories forever. I like how in the women posting Elle's video, it was like, Jesus. I got drunk and peed on my date, teehee, and the men posting Elle's video, it's like, I want to kill myself. Like, this shit isn't even funny. I don't even know what to say to this. This is just depressing. Black bean chili. Mom would hit me until I stopped crying as a kid, and now I'm an emotional wreck to any girl I talk to. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I need a girl to beat me like my mom did. Oh.
Oh no. Oh no, it became a fetish.
Freud cell. I've given up on getting women. My goal now is to get as fat as possible. A friend of mine said I look like...
To be fair, I used to know a girl that was now I did not confirm this, to be fair, but for privacy's sake, we're just gonna name this girl Kelly. And Kelly talked about the time that she was forced down and taken advantage of. And it 100% became a fetish for her. Let's just say when we were in trade school, it was going around that she would find the most hulking, beat you into the mattress dudes and have her round with them. So where some people shut down their entire life and they will never become physically intimate again, there are others who awaken a beast they never knew. And it's insane. It is insane to think that dichotomy even fucking exists. But it is true. But overwhelmingly, obviously, in general, it's a very traumatic, never should happen experience. But there are cases where it sends people to crazy spectrums.
Like a serial killer, but not a hot one. What's up with women in the serial killer shit? Okay, for all my weird flaws, at least I do not have a serial killer fetish, okay? That is one I do not have. I can't stop having homosexual fantasies about me and my classmate, and I wake up with a boner every morning. The cold showers are not fun. I'm not gay, but imagining how slim his legs are makes me feel hot. I'm not gay, but I keep fantasizing about how soft and smooth bro's legs are. I was in the bathroom trying to eat a banana when two guys walked in and I could hear them kissing. I squashed my banana in anger because of the jealousy I felt. And to make matters worse, I think I grabbed the wrong kind of banana. Haha, I just accidentally squeezed my dick to the sound of two men kissing. I cook so often for my roommate that I've started to feel like his boy wife. Maybe in another life I was his gatherer trad wife and he was my Chad Hunter husband. Is it time to start femboy maxing? Sometimes I have inappropriate thoughts about other men and I hit myself in the head repeatedly. Men out here fighting demons. And the demons is bisexuality. Listen, it's 2025. Nobody gives a shit if you're gay anymore. That's basically like being straight nowadays.
Well, actually, nah. I'd say it's the opposite. I'd say we are on the hate swing. Because we were on the forced love swing, which, to be fair, I think when it comes to bi people, gay people, lesbians, right? I think people are a lot more favorable to them. I think it's the trans people that people hate the most. But I do think there is an undertone of hate now because of how loud that fucking trans bullshit was and how much they tried to shove it down everyone's throats that they wrote off the entire line of the alphabet that they chose to identify with just as a point blank, just get rid of it all, right? That's how most people think now. I think they used to be cool with it before, but I do think there's a little bit of animosity towards it now.
Is in the world of demisexual gender goblins or whatever the fuck. You're good, bro. Just don't be a furry. Went on Grindr to see if I was lovable.
Too late. They're on Reddit.
And they rejected me. You were rejected on Grindr? That's impossible. Dudes will literally hit up someone on Grindr before the person even has a profile picture. They'll just like get in the DMs like, hey, wanna bang? I swear to God, talk to any gay male friend of yours. They will say the same. The gay male community is what all of human sexuality would look like if women were not the gatekeepers of sex. And it's horrifying. I've said before that hookup culture is basically straight people culturally appropriating gay culture, and it's been a complete disaster for society. 18 male. I haven't seen my friends in months, and all I do with my time is work at my job. Welcome to being an adult, unfortunately. Welcome to the next 45 years of your life. I love the people in the comments like, imagine having a job, you have friends? This guy is doing better than like 90% of this subreddit, and he's only 18. It's never been less over for someone. I'm only 16, and I've already wasted my entire life. I'm gonna turn 18 in a few days. I'm below average in everything. If you're 17 years old, you are basically a child. You are a baby. What are you doing on the incel subreddit? All these people like, oh, I'm 16, oh, I'm 17. Is it over for me? This was me at 16, okay?
Bro, they're giving up on life that early? That's crazy.
Okay? Quoting Invader Zim, going on newgrounds.com, and now look at me. You know, on second thought, I am exactly where someone like that would end up, aren't I? Never mind. What I'm trying to say is, it's not over, okay? It's never over, but it's especially not over when you are that young. It's not like you're 36 or something. A pretty girl sat next to me on the bus and I leaked a bit of pre-com. I'm 36.
Asmongold in 1 year?
Oh. Sorry. Spent my last $10 on OnlyFans. Here's my dinner. Why would you spend money on some stupid whore when you could spend money on a different stupid whore? Me.
Dang!
I won't get naked or talk to you, but you can support me on Patreon. All patrons get the uncensored version of every video, so you can hear me say, f shit, bitch, link down below. Much smarter way to waste your money, if I do say so myself. Anyway, obviously, many of these people are being silly, they're being tongue-in-cheek. Real actual incels probably don't hang out much on Reddit. They're not out here posting shit like this.
They're not out in society. The only time they go out in society is to travel from one basement to the other basement.
I just thought this was funny and goofy. That has been my whole channel. I find something funny, I bring it to you. I'm like a cat bringing its owner a dead mouse as a gift. Here you go. What?
Yeah, this is a really good video. I like this video.